Hi there, welcome to our channel. Today's topic is all about how to start a social media marketing agency with no experience. You might think that starting a social media marketing agency requires a lot of experience, but that's not necessarily the case. Here are some steps you can take to start a SMMA agency with no experience. First, you need to educate yourself on social media marketing. There are plenty of online courses, YouTube videos, and resources available to help you learn the basics of social media marketing. So do some research. There are free courses out there. There's also cheap courses, and just educate yourself on what it's actually going to entail, how you can grow people's businesses on social media. Research people with millions of followers, see what they're doing, see what their content's like, what their wording is like, their pictures, blah, 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 and find a niche that you feel like that you want to serve. So if you've got some insurance background, or maybe gym, sports, whatever it is, just go ahead and start looking at their pages and see what they're doing. Next, start building your own social media presence. This will give you a hands-on experience with social media platforms and allow you to showcase your skills to potential clients. The thing is, not everyone will be doing Facebook ads, Google ads, TikTok ads. Not everyone will be doing all three. So they might be doing really well on Instagram, for example, but not doing anything on Facebook, or they might be doing well on Facebook but not doing anything on TikTok. So that's where you can fill the gap. So this doesn't just apply for local businesses. This could be online businesses, e-com stores. There's a whole range of people you can assist. But what I would say is that you need to test out what you're doing before you test it out on your clients. If you say you can get people 15 appointments, you need to actually do it yourself. You need to say, I'm going to get myself 15 appointments. And then once you've done that, you can then confidently say to someone else, I've managed to get myself 15 appointments doing this, this, and this. I'm going to do the same for you. We're going to talk about later in the video about working for free when you don't have any live experience with another person's company. It's one thing doing it for yourself. That's a massive step forward to say, I've grown my channel, I've got 10,000 followers, or I've booked 10 appointments this week. If you can say that for yourself, and you can do that for yourself, you can definitely do it for someone else, but you do need to actually do it for someone else before you can say you can do it. So it'll give you hands-on experience with social media platforms and allow you to showcase your skills to potential clients. Once you've gained some experience for yourself, start reaching out to potential clients. Okay, so you can do organic marketing. So that's just posting what you're doing each day. You can do paid marketing, on social media to show, if you can attract a client to you and you get them on the phone call and you can say to them, this is the steps I took, this is how much it cost, and I can do the same for you. And they would be, that can be a valuable service for them. You do it through cold email, personalized emails, or just non-personalized. Personalized always better. With cold email, you'll have to do volume for, we're getting a booking without calling them or doing anything. Cold email to registration page to calendar booking page, and then booking in all of those steps. We have to send 200 emails before we get a booking. Phone calls, I'm going to speak about this in a minute, but you can do cold calling. But if you're just starting out, you're young, or whatever age you are, just go ahead and start speaking to people. Say to your friends, say to your family, I'm starting a software business, I'm starting a SaaS, software as a service or social media marketing agency. If you know anyone who needs a website or anything like that, help with their social media, then could you refer them to me, or just, let them know that I'm doing that. So you can go ahead and do that, speak to family or friends, and you can also just go around to local shops and start speaking to people, see what they need. Say, I'm starting a social media marketing agency, I'm a software as a service company. Is there anything that you need help with? Done some research, I've checked your website, I think I can help you with this, this, and this to help you get more customers. And then they'll either say yes or no, or you could just have a chat with them. Are you running Facebook ads? Oh, no, I'm not. Have you got a reward scheme for your restaurant? No, I don't. Or for your cafe, or barbers, for hairdressers, whatever. I saw on your website you don't have a web chat widget. Would you like one? All these little things make a huge difference. Missed call, text back, invoicing, speaking across multiple channels. You can do all of this in one software, which is in the course underneath this video. So when you speak to potential clients, be honest about your experience level, okay? But emphasize your willingness to learn and your enthusiasm for the project, okay? If you've done your research on someone, ultimately they're a business owner, they're just thinking about themselves, okay? They want to, if they've got employees, they want to make sure they can pay them, pay themselves, pay the insurance companies, pay the rent, the lease, the whatever, they've got all these things running. They want to have a good experience for the customers so you get return customers, etc., etc. There's all this stuff going on in their head every day, even just setting up the shop, making sure people are coming in and blah, blah, blah. So when you go in, if you know about all of these different aspects, they might be paying someone to do their website, but they're not happy. You come in and say, I can manage it, I can add this, this, and this, it's going to increase your conversion rate. Or I can set your website up for free, manage it for you. I can show you the difference and show some goodwill. You can offer to work for free in exchange for a testimonial, but that's really powerful because that's going to be no cost on them. And some people even go ahead and they'll set something up for someone, start getting leads for them, and say, forward it onto the company and say, I've found all these leads for you. Would you like them? They'll say yes or no. And if they say yes, you can say, I'll give you 20 for free. And then, if you want to keep the system going, then you can pay us for the leads. So once you've worked for free, you've got a testimonial, you've got a happy customer, and you've got some social proof from your own company and other people's that you've worked with, and it just gives you some credibility. If you don't have any social media following for yourself, or you don't have any kind of setup like a system or getting clients, then it's very hard for the business owner to say, yeah, I want to put my money on you, I want to put my time and energy with you, because it's easy to make a mistake and then the company's reputation is tarnished. So if you send a message to their whole customer list saying this, that and the other, we've got a deal on, or we're open on Saturday, and they're not open on Saturday, or whatever it is, then that's going to affect that business owner, and they won't want to work with you because they don't want mistakes. Okay, you might make a mistake and they might drop you, and that's okay. You'll learn from that. The other aspect of it is the learning front. You can do some self-learning if you're very disciplined yourself. That's great. It's always good to speak to other people who are in the same network as you. So other social media marketing agencies, Facebook groups, again, courses, training, writing notes, implementing, constantly learning, growing, and seeing what's out there. Because if you're researching it and other people aren't, that means you're a step ahead of the game, especially these local business owners or online businesses who don't necessarily have time to go deep into the research of social marketing. So they might have one channel that's working really well. You could then offer them another channel which would grow their business and scale kind of sideways, if that makes sense. So this will keep you motivated and help you keep learning the game as you grow. If you have time, attend conferences, join online groups, reach out to others in your field for advice and support. If you're stuck on something and you can't find a YouTube video, it's not in any of the courses you've got, then you just have to ask a question and even join a mastermind. Just remember, it's great making money. So you're doing this because you want to help others. Okay, it's great to get some money for it because you need to pay your bills, you need to live the life you want to live. But ultimately, you want to help their business actually grow. And if you can do that in as little time as possible, that's great. If you set up a system that's working for them, that's basically hands off, you just have to monitor the numbers and stuff, then, that's a win-win. They're getting business, they're growing, you're helping them do that, but for a monthly fee, you're doing it through software. So then the software's doing the work, the heavy lifting, and then you can either hire someone to manage it, and then you can just be there for any questions that they're asking. But if you can set it up so that it's slightly hands-off for you, that's great as well. Ultimately, the business owner comes first. Growing their business is the highest priority. If they're not growing and they're losing customers because of your system, then they're not going to keep paying you. Not every business owner, not everyone likes social media or is active on it. So you can help them fill that gap, grow their brand, and attract new customers that haven't seen their products before. So it's not that their products might not be great, but it just might be the case that people aren't aware of it enough. They need the 7 steps of marketing, 7 reference points. So you apparently see someone at least 7 to 11 times before you trust them. If you can get those touch points as quickly as possible, like I went through a funnel once and they had the 7 touch points ending up in a Facebook group. So then already I've had 7 touch points to then book a call, and it was so compelling that I booked the call. But sometimes people have to see it 7 to 11 times before they trust you. Otherwise you're just a random person, they don't know who you are, they haven't got the know, like and trust element to it. And in terms of prospecting, you have to remember that it's a numbers game. Don't think in single or double digits. You need to think in 3, 4, 5 digit numbers when it comes to outreach. For example, I sent out 1,000 cold emails that weren't tailored to the companies. They weren't detailed for their specific company. And I had 4 calendar bookings and I closed 1 client. So if you do the maths, I would have to send out 1,000 emails a day to get a client a day. Now, if it was personalized, then the booking and closing rate could be higher. But with this method, I didn't have to do any cold calling. But speaking of cold calling, I've spoken to various SMA owners and they speak of making 100 to 250 calls a day, which shows you the volume you have to do. There's people out there who do 6 to 8 hours of cold calling a day. This might not be something that you do forever, but if you set a time for yourself, maybe 1 hour or 2 hours a day to book a couple of appointments, then once you've got your feet wet and you know what to say and you've got some experience in it, then you can help a trainee coming on to actually do that. So think of it this way. Imagine you went to the gym and you lifted 1 weight 10 times. You'd feel it a little bit. It's not going to give you bulging biceps. You'd have to consistently do the reps each week. Again, it's a numbers game. Okay, if you did the reps every single week, you can't fail if you do the numbers. Just getting over the mindset, the emotions, and dealing with rejection, people potentially being rude. If you do cut through that noise, you can earn enough to hire someone else to then go and do it. You'll then be able to train them and build them up and scale in that regard. And so if you do it, you understand the process, you then train someone else to do it, they understand the process, then they can train someone else, and suddenly you go from you being 1 to someone else doing it. They're booking the appointments, you're closing, you get that going, then you hire the next person, then you've got double the amount of people, then you get a sales rep, it just kind of builds from there. So starting a social media marketing agency with no experience can be challenging, but it's not impossible. With dedication, hard work, and a willingness to learn, you can turn your passion for social media into a successful business. Thanks for watching. We hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more informative videos just like this one. Take care.